Hey YouTube, I got another deck profile for you today. It's my friend's Absolute Zero deck. I did a deck profile a while ago on his Absolute Zero deck a few formats ago, but it has since changed and made into a different variant of Absolute Zero. It didn't do so well at regionals. I don't know if it was the deck's fault or not, but anyways, here's the monster lineup. 3 Deep Sea Diva. It's the water monster you use to get Absolute Zero out, and you get 2 of them when you summon one. So it's just good for synchros and stuff. It's pretty basic stuff there. Next up is 3 Junk Synchron. This Absolute Zero build uses a Synchro Fusionist to get the cards it needs and synchro summon. So I run 3 Junk Synchrons. Next up is 3 Raikou, the Lightsworn Hunter. It mills out Synchro Fusionist, Malicious, targets for Miracle Fusion, things like that. And it gets rid of Thunder King Ryo, which is a pretty big problem for this deck. Next is 2 Synchro Fusionist. Like I said, it's good with Junk Synchron. It gets a +1 every single time you synchro with them. Next up is 2 Chaos Sorcerer. You run Raikou and you run a lot of darks, so this card comes out really handy. It's really good. 2 Destiny Hero Malicious to get out Stardust and stuff like that, low 8 synchros. It's really free, and the second one you could remove again for Absolute Zero. Next is 2 Alias. It's a light target for Chaos Sorcerer and just a 1900 attacker. I think it's still a really good card even though I'm not running any Gemini Sparks or anything like that. Next is an Ocean. Pretty much just there for Future Fusion. Dump one with Mali, and it's an elemental hero on the water. I hardly ever summon this guy. 1 Stratos because you're running E-Heroes. That's it. Snowman Eater, boss of the format. It takes out Thunder King Ryo, takes out almost everything. Laquaris. It's really good, this format. You should run it in every deck. 1 Dark Arm Dragon. This deck has a lot of graveyard manipulation with Junk Synchron, Mali, and Plague Spreader Zombie. So it's really easy to control the amount of darks you have in the graveyard. And this guy's just dark auto win dragon, so 1 Plague Spreader helps out with Mali, Synchros, Dark Arm Dragon. And because of Raikou, you get to mill them a lot, so it's pretty good. Onto the spells. 3 Miracle Fusion, searchable with Synchro Fusionist, so you add them to your hand quite often. And it's pretty broken. Drop this card, get Absolute Zero. 2 Nobleman Extermination. It really is good against counter traps like Warning and War Chariot. It's really good right now since MST isn't really that good right now because you're just blindly trying to take out something. 2 Gold Sarko. These will probably get replaced with Tuning when it comes out next set. But right now it's still pretty good to search out limited cards like Rhoda, Charge of the Light Brigade, Monster Reborn, Darkhold, what have you. 1 Future Fusion. This card should be banned already, but right now it's really good in this deck. It dumps Mali into the graveyard and Ocean, and you get Absolute Zero later on. This card is just broken. 1 Rhoda. You want a lot of warriors, so it's out Junk Synchron for now. Get Stratos, whatever. It's a good card. 1 Miracle Synchro Fusion. Bring out Draco Knight or Ultimate Axon Kicker because you run a lot of Psychics in the extra deck. It comes out once in a while. 1 Allure of Darkness. You will run like 10, 11 darks in this deck, so it's a good draw card. Gets rid of like dead Maliciouses and Synchro Fusions in your hand. 1 Charge of Light Brigade for extra milling and gets Raikou, so it's a good card. 1 MST. I'll probably take it out later on, but right now it's really good against things like Whirlwind, Oppression, things like that. But I'll probably replace it with I don't know, Grow Up Bulb next set. I don't know. One Monster Reborn and one Dark Hole. Mind Control, because you run a lot of tuners in this deck, and it's really good. And that's it. Foolish Burial helps out the consistency with the deck in case you don't mill the cards you need. It sends Mali and Synchro Fusions to the graveyard. And it traps 3 Roar Decree. It's I think Absolute Zero decks should run Roar Decree this format, because you already have a lot of protection in Absolute Zero himself. And it stops things like warnings from ruining your Absolute Zero plays. The extra deck is 2 Magical Android and 1 Catastor. You make a lot of level 5s in this deck because of Junk Synchron. And Magical Android helps out with bringing out Ultimate Axon Kicker. 1 Brionac, he's a water, and he's really good, and as a staple. Same thing with Goyle, another staple. And then 1 Draco Knight guy, and 1 Ultimate Axon Kicker for Miracle Synchro Fusion. Then you got Colossal Fighter. He's a good card. Dark-End Dragon, easy to bring out with Malicious and Diva. Thought Ruler Archfiend, a really good level 8 Synchro, and he's a Psychic for Miracle Synchro Fusion. 2 Stardust Dragons. I might take one out for Armory Arm, because if I have a Synchro Fusionist on the field and summon Diva next turn, I could search. And then finally, 3 Absolute Zero. I think Absolute Zero is a really good deck. Really tier 1, 2, somewhere around there. Right now, I really need help with the extra deck. I'm not sure how to work this at all. Right now, I just have random things. I'm going to leave the Nobleman in there though, but I really don't know what to put in here. I know Snowman Eaters for sure, but if you have any suggestions for extra deck, side deck, go ahead and leave them in the comments. And this is my friend's Absolute Zero deck. It's pretty good, I think. Alright, bye YouTube.